see my screen, that is how it looks. It's black. I'm using the dark theme, right? So mine is black. It's black and blue. So that is how it looks, and it looks very cool, right? I can easily locate my mic. I can easily locate my camera. I'm seeing everything being placed in my face. It looks really, really good, right? And it's not giving me eye issues. Like for example, now imagine putting let's say the entire interface was red, right? Everything was red, and as everything was red, there is a green text. How will that look? You will not be able to see the green text, will you? No, right? That is what we call UI. How does this interface look? Then the UX part of it is saying, how does it work? How does it work? What is the placement? In UX, we're going to be looking at things like information architecture. We're going to be looking at user research. What are users used to? Right? One problem I had while using Telegram was that when I go on WhatsApp, I will swap left, right? I will swap, is it left or right? I will swap left to send to reply to a message. And when I got on Telegram, I was swapping left, swapping left, swapping left, swapping left. And the thing was I was not be able to like reply. So and I found out that in Telegram how to swap right, right? That is what we call UX. But I feel like that is a very bad approach. Why? Because users are already used to applications like Togo, used to applications like Facebook chat, Instagram chat, and even WhatsApp chat. And swapping left is now like a user a user experience, right? It's something users are used to. So the rule of the market is that you don't introduce users to something new. Introduce them to something they are used to so that they will feel comfortable, right? They will feel comfortable. Imagine going to somebody's house now, eh? And when you go to somebody's house as a visitor, they will give you juice, they will give you water, right? Or they will give you wine. And now somebody is coming with a bowl. Would you would you want to visit? Would you want to visit that person again? No, because I'm a visitor and you are serving me a bowl. Why are you serving me a bowl, right? Everybody knows what a bowl is, right? Those herba mixtures, you be like, no, this is not how they treat visitors. No, no, no. I'm not used to this experience, right? So that's what UX is all about. All right, so let's go on. All right, so now let's dive into UX more and let's talk about some concepts. Now, just everything I've been saying, right? Hope you can see my screen. Hope you can see what I'm sharing because it's very important to see it. All right, beautiful. Now, UX design or user experience design is the method by which design teams build products that meet a brand promise. There was this meme that was going around that Nigerians need to stop giving their children biblical names. What do you mean your name is Abraham and you're a thief, right? So when a brand is promising you ease, when a brand is promising you, oh, you'll be comfortable, oh, it's just at your fingertips, right? It's software and everything related to that brand has to meet that brand's promise. And the team that is dedicated to ensuring that every single product meets a company's brand promise, we call them the UX designers, right? So they understand what the company brand promise is. They understand the colors, they understand everything. And now they will look for a way to build that product to meet the company's brand promise, right? So they provide meaningful user experience for customers. All aspects of the product's design and usability. If you have something, a product that is not being used is useless. It's very useless. And that's why I really get annoyed at some, market women. If I do not come to the shop, you will not sell. You will not sell. So I know I'm right. You should treat me well. In fact, when I come to your shop, you should give me juice. You should give me water. Maybe sit down and buy your product. You are selling products, so you should treat me well. So everything that is created, every product that is built, the end goal is usability. So if a product is built and it's not usable, it's useless. It's useless. It will just be better if that product does not even exist at all, right? And it's the user, and that is the user experience designer. This is their task. right? So they conduct research and they understand the user's needs. These are all responsibilities of the UX designer. Now let's move in to UI. Let's zoom into UI and look at what it actually means. Now, before we look at okay, okay, yeah, I skipped a slide. All right, so let's look at UI. What UI is all about. All right, so like I said, UI is just user what interface, user, or you can call it user friendly interface. The longest impression your customers have when they launch on your digital product, I think it's about 30 seconds or about 3 seconds. Once they enter into your website, they already have that first experience. And the experience is what meets their eyes, first of all, the colors, the buttons. Can they easily access things on that website? That's why user interface is very, very important, right? So user friendly interfaces are essential for digital products, right? And now, when you are looking at user interfaces or user friendly interfaces, you also take note that people that are surfing the web, people that are using websites, they are not just people that can see, that can hear. Some of them are blind people and they are using that application. There is something that people love about like an Apple device. This is an Apple device. When you shake an Apple device, there are some certain things you do that you're like, no, the interface in Apple is just different. It's different from Android. Why? Their user interface is just wonderful. They provide an interface that works for all kinds of users, blind users, users that have defects. Anybody can use an iPhone product. Why? Because of so much attention that it paid into creating interfaces for all users. Now, user-friendly interface refers to the look, the feel of an app or website or whatever it is. How does it feel? Yeah, we look at things we call iconography. Iconography. We look at things we call typography. We look at things we call, font. Typography is the use of fonts. So many other things. We look at things we call color theory. These are some of the things we look at when we are looking at user friendly interface and looking at UI design. UI design can also be called interface design. It includes fonts, colors, graphics, buttons, and menus. So to truly survive in this space, you must be a very creative person. And creativity comes naturally, right? I know we watch football. Yes, some people, even if you don't watch football, you must have heard of Messi and Ronaldo. And there's this common thing that they say Messi is talent, and Ronaldo is hard work. Can't you see his muscles? Can't you see his chest? His hard work, right? So even if you're not a very creative person, right, you can still survive in this space. How do you survive in this space? By learning color theories, learning how, what is pleasing in the eyes of a user, how to use colors, how to use buttons, how to place things. That will help you to survive. There are so many books about design. So let's just move on. So we talked about UX. Now, there is now, from everything I've been saying, you don't need anybody now to tell you that there's a difference between UI and UX, right? You can see this brain, this edge that I put here, right? No, it's just showing the distinction between what is going on in the head of a UX designer and what is going on in the head of a UI designer. Now, for a UX designer, we are talking about interaction design, wireframes, information architecture, user research, and different scenarios. Oh, if a user clicks on this button, where does it lead it to? Where should it even lead it to? Lead that user to? Those are what we call scenarios. We're looking at all these things as we go on. Then with UI, we have what we call visual design. How does it look? Is it appealing to the eyes? Is it appealing to the see? There's some website I'll just go to. I'll just be angry. Like it just changed my mood. It's not because I'm a lady and I have mood swings. No, but the colors, everything is just scattered, and it's giving me an headache too. Do you understand? So UX is talking about visual design. Visual design is key when you're talking about interface design, right? We have what we call colors. We look at color theories. Now you will learn how to mix colors. You don't just carry green and mix it with red. No, right? In color theory, you understand the use of colors. Then we have what we call graphics design, because